Hello fellow crafters and welcome to Max DM Crafting. Additionally, at the piece I also paint a little statue from zterdes.com. Check the link in the description below if you are interested in this statue, okay? They are great actually. And yes, let's create a dark passage through a sarcophagus. Crack on! I started by taking a normal 4x4 inches tile from my dungeon tile set. First, thanks to the Proxon, I cut tile horizontally into 3 slices about 7mm thick. If you don't have a Proxon, take a look at my tutorial number 4 to get the same result. At this point, it is a question of cutting 3 rectangles of increasing proportions in the center. The lower one will be ½ inch by 1 inch, the middle one will be an inch by 1 inch, and the upper one will be 1.5 inch for an inch. All these calculations are easily explained. You have to try to build a descending stair roughly at the center of your tile. Here I used a lot of improvisation. The all important thing is that there is a constant relationship of difference between your steps. I then created the texture for the floor of each step, including on the chipboard that we will use as a base. Being thick, it is possible to engrave it with a strong pressure with your pen. Once the texture work is finished, we can glue it all, aligning the tile slice perfectly from the bottom upwards. Now the sarcophagus. Also in this case you can create the tomb of the dimension that you like most. Mine consists of 2 pieces of foam 2 inches by 1 in height and 2 pieces of 1.5 inches by 1 in height. All my pieces are about 7mm thick. At this point I use the rubber sheets. They are soft and you can create interesting stone-like textures with a bit of energy. Also in this case, free your imagination. If you do not have the rubber sheets, you can use the chipboard and cut out decorative shapes as you like. You can also engrave runes, symbols or whatever you want with a pen.
Once the walls of the sarcophagus are completed, we are ready for assembly. The trick is to fix the two side walls and the rear one to the tile, while the sarcophagus cover is fixed to the front wall. In this way, we will create a matchbox effect, which will have a great effect on the game table. Also for the lid, you need to improvise. I just take the exact measurements of my sarcophagus, then I cut out a piece of foam of the right dimension. For the upper part of the sarcophagus, I used a piece that I have cloned thanks to the resin casting process. This piece comes from the Games Workshop Garden of More set.
This year I decided to take care of all my supporters and to give away a lot of goodies. If you are one of my supporters, you will receive a reward because you are so kind with this channel. Finally, I decided to take care of my patrons. If you are consistent at least 6 months on supporting this channel, you will receive a reward. It doesn't matter your level of tier, you will receive something. Can be miniatures, piece of terrain, or other goodies that I will decide time by time. You will receive it at least once per year, maybe twice per year. So this is the perfect moment to subscribe on Patreon. Check it out, okay?
Obviously, since I am a lazy person, I choose to embellish the tomb with small bits of fantasy Warhammer pieces. Once assembled everything, I eliminated the excess of cardboard and yeah, I was ready for the painting process.
strange, obscure presence watches over the tomb of the warriors. A sinister and chilling statue seems to order our heroes to be silent. Everything seems to have end here in this great hall. But death still has a surprise. A dark passage opens suddenly, revealing an entire level beneath the tomb. Will you be so brave as to push your steps into absolute darkness?